Alright, let's go, folks. Once, on the day that I lost everything, I met my dragon.
The sorceress has been judged! Greed and evil shall perish so long as His Majesty and the Sacred Judicator protect Sylus for all eternity!
Also, is the game volume okay? Let me know if it's too loud, okay?
The sorceress has been judged.
It's
Greed
fine,
and evil
okay,
shall
great.
perish so long as His Majesty and the Sacred Judicator protect Sylus for all eternity.
Scarlet raindrops enter my eyes, while far below they gather into a gurgling stream at the depths of the abyss. Through my blurry vision, I catch a flash of lightning ripping through Phyllis's gloomy night sky. I can't die here. From the periphery to the area in front of me, darkness spreads like an all-consuming ocean. The world descends as the wanderer's claws close in, their cold, eerie glint like the flash of death's sight. I won't accept this. There's no escaping it now. I refuse to accept this.
I like your eyes. They are beautiful. In them, I can see your hatred, defiance, and greed for life.
Damn, that is so smexy. You're playing Girls Frontline. Enjoy, and thank you for watching my stream. Yeah, oh my gosh, indeed. The wind ceases, and it feels like time is caught in an invisible grip. I close my eyes before struggling to open them again. A flash of white light streaks across an ancient rock wall. There, I see the shadow of a massive beast with horns. That's... Chains bind its wings so tightly that, if not for the great sword lodged in its chest, its massive form would almost merge with the rock wall.
Make a deal with me if you want to live.
Yes, wear your earphones, guys. I think there's a lot of cheatery gasm moments in here. Make a deal? Of course, yes sir, we will.
Pull out the sword.
His sword? Shut up, cheatery. Let's pull out his sword, he says. Okay. The fiend actually exists?
You don't have time for questions.
In the next instant, the sealed air starts to move again, and a rancid wind howls as the once frozen wanderers leap toward me. Driven by defiance and fury, I raise my hand and grip the rusted sword. I want to live. Pull. No matter the cost. When I pull out the sword, the rust melts away and transforms into light. It surges into my body, mingling with a strand of black-red mist. The sword went into her body. Get them! Pull on the sword. And yeah, it went to MC's body. Amidst the chaos, wings flap and stirs up a whirlpool of sand and gravel. I'm thrown onto the jagged rocks, my vision growing hazier by the second. All I can see is the darkness is a single dark red gem-like eye. Enormous wings cut across the land, casting shadows like the end of days over every city in Philos. On that day, the girl marked for execution unleashed the fiend from the abyss. This was long before humans arrived on this planet. Thousands of years ago, dragons ruled over the lands of Philos. By nature, dragons are wicked creatures that feed on human souls. They excel at drawing out the darkest parts of a person's heart, driving humans to turn on one another and become slaves to their desires. The greedier the soul, the more irresistible it is to a dragon. Ooh. Seen as the embodiment of evil, dragons were harbingers of the world's end. Wherever they appeared, doomsday followed. That was until the last dragon on the planet was sealed in the bottom of the abyss over 1,600 years ago. Doomsday faded into a forgotten myth, and the age of humanity finally began. I feel as though my chest is being ripped open. An overwhelming weight presses down on my body. I'm immobilized. You're distracted by Sylus's movement. Calm down. Focus. Focus. Dude, focus on the focus on the story. It is indeed distracting. It's fine. You can focus. The towering black building looms, its top swallowed by darkness. A scaly beast's claw firmly pins me down to the central platform. What's happening? I can't move. I look down to see strands of faint golden light being pulled from my body by an invisible force. What? Something is being pulled out of her body? It hurts. I struggle to turn my head. Once again, the shadow of a dragon's horn and wings are flickering on the wall where firelight dances. Clarity strikes me, and I cry out in pain. Stop it! Our deal! I would be kept alive! The fiendish shadow lowers its head, and its voice pierces my mind.
To be a dead person walking counts as being alive.
Stop! No! In between life and death, an uncontrollable tremor erupts from deep within my soul. A phantom great sword forms in my hand. It plunges into the beast's chest. What? The dragon's pain cry resounds in the hall, and the weight on my body vanishes. Clutching my chest, I quickly sit up. As my breathing steadies, I realize I haven't been torn open like I thought. I'm dead and came back to life. Of course, anything for Sylus, man.
I vividly recall you saying no matter the cost.
Hi. I'm getting distracted. Put that chest away from my eyes, dude. Calm. The giant beast's shadow fades away, and from the darkness emerges a man wrapped in a blood-red mist. He watches me like I'm his prey. And similar to the dragon, he possesses a pair of beautiful garnet-like eyes. Calm. No, no, no. It's going to be a happy dream, I guess. I set you free, and you saved me. That means our deal in the abyss is done. He slowly approaches me. I quickly stumble as I make my way down the platform. I can barely keep my distance from him. I don't blame you, girl. Dragons can only feed on human souls if they're offered up willingly. So, as long as I don't agree, you can't eat me. A fiend narrows his eyes and approaches me from the other side of the platform.
Is that it? Instead of claiming your lackluster soul.
He's going closer.
You need to return what doesn't belong to you.
As the saying goes, the first thing I look at a man is his heart. It's not my fault that his... Exactly! I agree! The dragon curls a finger. Golden light is once again pulled from my chest. What? There's so many innuendos in this card, man. Or is it just my mind? I don't know. You! Stop! But the more I struggle, the clearer it becomes. A strange, unsettling black mist is tangled up within me. Within her? It feels like a soul that isn't mine has somehow fused with my own.
It's not that unbearable, is it? Having your soul torn apart and all.
The dragon suddenly yanks me across the platform. Its blood-red right eye just inches from my face. In a flash, my mind is dragged into an abyssal vortex. Just when I think I'm about to be devoured. Yes, within inches, man. What is this car? It's so fucking dangerous to people like us. The wind howls through the Crimson Valley as countless soldiers of the Legion of Justitia thrust their weapons at my chest. I quickly realize that this isn't my past, and the body writhing in pain isn't mine either. This is the dragon's memory. I gather my strength, tense up, trying to break free from the memory. The valley and the wind fade away like weathered paint. Traces of light swiftly flow back into my chest. It even pulls the fiend to me. Oh, yes. He covers his right eye with his hand and leans over the platform.
Your power. What is its source?
The power? That's a question even I can't answer. Before I can think further, a claw-like hand grabs my chin and pulls me closer. Closer again. Oh.
Look at me.
Yes! Yes, sir. Cold sweat blurs my vision as his grip around my neck tightens. I can't help but meet his gaze. Off by the chin. Can we repeat it on playback? Sure. What line do you want, Nuggets? Is it the look at me one? I know that's really deadly. This one. Look at me. That? This is it?
Look at me.
Wow. This one? Oh! That. Oh. That's kind of sussy. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Are you happy, Nuggets? Oh, good lord. Hey, we're enjoying ourselves. Come on. And it's Degen hour, so it's okay, right? We're just checking. Yeah, exactly. Nothing bad with checking about that, right? A familiar voice resounds in my mind. It's unmistakably mine, yet the tone is strangely foreign. Enjoy our. Yeah, we are. During Degen hours, yes. His eye. I want that eye. It's mine. It belongs to me.
It's getting stronger. The scent of desire. Tell
Could you
me your
please?
desire and offer your soul to me.
Oh my good
Then I
lord.
shall promise to give you a painless death. Unless you wish to become a minion of a dragon's nest.
I grip my hand so tight it nearly draws blood. But how could anyone sell their soul to the fiend? Just say yes, girl! Let's go. Yeah, desire, let's go. Let's go. Calm down. I don't want anything. Really?
You fool.
His finger brushed over my lip, and that I bit earlier. There's a tingling sensation, and his right eye gleams with a faint blood red light. And all, yeah, body, soul, and all. You know, we're so damn weak. Um, with the, with Sylus. It's a what's the term in Filipino? Oh, marupok man. We are marupok in front of Sylus. I just cannot. The MC is much stronger than us. Kish, yes, Kish. Wait, wait, that was so fast. I can't breathe. No, I need to come up with something, anything, so long as it lets me survive. Countless fleeting thoughts that could barely serve as excuses flash in my mind. I only managed to grasp one. Mga marurupok na nila lang. Yeah, I cannot. Take me back to the Ivory City. I must return.
Your life is hanging by a thread, mortal. And yet you still dare to play tricks.
I'm being honest. I used to live in the sanctuary, but they judged me as a sorceress and threw me into the abyss. I won't accept this. I want revenge. My heart pounds in my chest, and my hand trembles as I reach for my dagger. Suddenly, the restraints on me disappear. I'm forcefully flung back to the platform. Damn, this dude is throwing the MC around. The dark mist skims along the smooth surface of the platform, retreating into his palm. As it does, my wounds close up, leaving no scars behind. It's almost unreal.
Lead the way.
Lead the way? Where? Now we lead. Yes, now we lead. Over 1,600 years ago, after centuries of war with humanity, the dragon, said in legend to bring about Phelos's end, was finally sealed in the abyss beneath the fiend-infested Taros city by the Legion of the Justitia. Yes. Those are all story chapters. It's not story, it's chapters of the card. It's the chapters of the card. Not really the main story. This decisive event, known as the Battle of Taurus, led to widespread praise for the Legion. The leader who drove his sword into the dragon's heart was revered as the sacred Judicator. Judicator kind of reminds me of Artem, right? How many? I think it's is it 12? I'm not sure. Yeah, you can unlock them. That's why I was leveling up my cards, yes. A Juju is Vin. A Juju. Oh, wait, is that Vin? I thought it was Artem. Monuments honoring his deeds stand tall across Philos, and his followers built a grand sanctuary in his name after his death. Libra is Artem. Oh my god, I switched them. Every year, the sanctuary takes in some of the city's orphans in the name of the sacred Judicator. It is a place held in even higher regard than the royal palace. It's like limited event store or something. It's a limited card story, so you need to roll for the card, Connie. Until like 60 ascensions. Yes, after 60, you still need to ascend afterwards. Otherwise, we'll be left in a fucking cliffhanger. When these orphans come of age, a Judicator's oracle, dressed in magnificent robes, takes them away to join the Legion of Justitia. However, the Judicator's oracle, who came to take me, threw me into the abyss in front of everyone. Why? Maybe there's some politics involved in her getting thrown to the abyss, huh? Every month, Sylus have a new card. But those are not, well, it is a 5-star card and it has a story too, but I'm not sure if it's related to the main story. You need pair, yeah, so I suggest if you roll, you always roll for the pair cards. The pure white sanctuary stands in solemn grandeur, and the pristine marble floor gleams. The intricate wall carvings are well maintained, appearing new. They look just like this when I was taken away. The followers gathered here scatter the moment they see the sorceress who was supposed to be dead. As for the guards, they fall apart like dominoes with just a flick of a finger. Wow.
Growing up in a cage like this, no wonder your soul is so dull. It's time.
Revenge is important, but so is staying alive. The news of the fiend's appearance in the sanctuary must be spreading like wildfire in the city. Another day of Legion hours. Yeah. This card is good for Legion hours. M-Film, welcome. TGA? No, I don't. Once the Legion of Justitia arrives to deal with him, I can slip away in the chaos. I watch the last guard disappear from view, pretending I didn't see them as I turned away. The Judicator's oracle who judged me isn't here, so my revenge will have to wait. For now, at least. Otherwise... However, the dragon shows no interest in my plan for revenge. He stands in a beam of sunlight deep within the sanctuary. Gotta go to sleep. Oh, sleep well and film. Thank you for dropping by. The lunar cards are easier to get than solar. Exactly. They are, yes. Because you only need one, right? But I guess the good thing about solar cards is you get an amazing new, you could call it a skin, right? For your for your male lead. His figure stands out against the pure white architecture, yet he's like a statue that belongs here. Taken aback, I quickly shake my head and move to his side. Move to his side, Chidori.
What is that?
Following the dragon's gaze, I see the mural on the sanctuary's ceiling. At its center is a godlike figure in a bright red cloak, wielding a long sword as he executes an evil dragon in the corner. Oh, selector type thing. Oh, I see that. What that? Nuggets. Camera bot. Yeah, we can actually do that. See? Oh, the fiend slaying god. The godlike man represents the sacred judicator, and that evil dragon getting a sword through its chest in the corner, that's probably you. I can't figure out why he keeps staring at it. Forget the insult. The dragon is drawn without any semblance of beauty. The dragon lowers his eyes, casting a calm, scrutinizing glance over my face. Of course, it's just the artist's take. You're much more handsome and imposing in real life. I agree. He looks at the text beneath the mural.
It's been 1,677 years since I was sealed away.
You can read that?
You can't?
It's written in an ancient language that's been lost to time. Nobody can read it anymore. What does it say? The fiend looks at the ceiling again.
The fiend is the very essence of malice and greed, skilled at twisting human desires. He drives mortals to turn against each other, leading them to their own demise. Given time, the world will be swallowed by chaos and descend into ruination. The fiend's arrival marks the onset of doomsday.
Really?
During the Battle of Taurus, the sacred judicator with a will of iron stood firm against the corruption of evil. In a war so fierce, he emerged as the sole honorable survivor. He sealed away the fiend, the very harbinger of doomsday, deep within the planet's chasm. With the curse of doomsday lifted, hope was restored to Sylus.
Nuggets getting distracted again. I heard the fiend, which is you, has a destined arch-nemesis. This individual must be the sacred judicator, correct? Why do I get a bad feeling about this?
What a lofty title.
Yeah, this story sounds pretty fake to me too. Sunlight spills through the sanctuary's entrance. The silence is so intense that it's unsettling. The Legion of Justitia still haven't arrived. If there's no one to hold him back, I can't escape. I try to think of other ways to stall, so I quickly shift the conversation. You haven't read the dragon cards. I didn't get any dragon card nuggets. That is so sad. Ah, yes. This is the resting place of your arch nemesis. The sacred judicator in the mural might be long dead, but his ashes are kept here. There's even a statue of him in the inner hall. I sit on the armrest of a bench, feigning excitement. I rest my chin in my hands and look at the fiend. So, what's your pick for revenge? Smash it to bits, douse it in ink, cover it with curses, or scatter his ashes onto the streets? He falls silent again. I look over and see his countenance veiled in a soft light. It's difficult to discern the emotions hidden underneath. Never too much. No! That was not my intention. It's just how he is designed, okay? This man trapped you in the abyss for over 1,000 years while he was worshipped as a hero, basking in glory.
Are you referring to that glory built upon ignorant faith? Do you expect me to envy such foolishness?
But... swoosh! A Justitia arrow forged from golden ore and crackling with electricity cuts through the air right as I speak. Finally! Next to me, the fiend raises his hand and makes a pinching motion. The flying arrow immediately disintegrates into particles.
How boring.
Congrats on getting Camellia, Ocean Rift. Right before the next attack, the sanctuary is engulfed in a dazzling light that blinds everyone present with its radiance. Now! Behind the silver light, blades charge straight for the fiend. They're accompanied by the sound of hurried footsteps. I step back and look for an opportunity to run outside.
How impudent.
Girl, you think you can't escape him? You are now tied to each other. I hear the crisp snap of his fingers behind me. A sharp pain suddenly surges from deep within my chest as if my soul has been taken. I can't move. My limbs stiffen and move uncontrollably, forcing me to turn around. I gasp as I take in the sight before me. Damn, he's back. Running away from the dragon. Impossible, right? The guards are tearing into each other like marionettes on invisible strings, slashing, ripping, and killing without mercy. Yeah, this is the dragon spine we want, right, Nuggets? Blood splatters across the engraved walls. The candelabras are toppled amidst the chaos, setting the drapes ablaze. The stained glass windows, once vibrant, now cast an ominous red glow, reflecting a twisted vision of purgatory. Hunting wails and screams echo throughout the sanctuary. The fiend watches as the place descends into a blood-soaked inferno. He scoffs.
Even after all these years, mortals are still foolish to the last.
You know, who could resist his smug look, right? As light streams in through the stained glass, I can see the fiend's blood-splattered face and the cold, cruel curve of his lips. If evil, why hot, right? Come? Yes! His eye. It's his eye manipulating everything.
You're only somewhat clever, but it's still a pitiful display. If you're planning to kill with a borrowed knife, You'd better make sure the blade is sharp enough.
The familiar, excruciating pain tears through my flesh once more, and the faint golden light mixed with black mist is once again pulled from my body. His eye, it should be mine!
Even on the brink of death, you still dare to covet my eye. You greedy fool.
I wonder why is the
What a
MC
shame.
so obsessed with his eye? Wait, you can kill me whenever you like, but if you spare me, I can help you achieve more and... I bite my lip hard, forcing myself to stay calm and steady as I speak to him. I want to live, and I want your eye. It's like how you want my soul. Is there a problem with that? It's just too bad that I'm not as strong as you. Why not? So everyone commits his eye, even us, huh? The grip around my neck suddenly loosens.
You said you could help me achieve more. Give me an example.
I take 2 steps back. I cover my neck as I steady myself. My mind races, scrambling for anything a dragon might want. Maybe that's why the emulator only have eyes for MC. That is so cursed, Nuggets. You shouldn't see that one. I can help you amass a large amount of wealth and collect a lot of souls. Whatever you need, I can get it for you. Girl, dragons have a lot of gold and gems, right? Normally. What you're offering him is definitely not enough, you know? Oh my. In the next moment, my body is lifted off the ground as he soars into the sky. What are you doing now?
Ask again, and I'll devour you whole.
Yes. With a snap of his fingers, energy erupts from the flames. The columns of fire rise upward and stains the clouds in mesmerizing crimson hues. The ground shakes, and the magnificent solemn sanctuary at the heart of the city quickly crumbles into ruin.
For something as tedious as revenge, this will suffice. No need for a spectacle.
Wow. For him, it's just a flick of his finger and a city is destroyed. Doesn't have any remorse whatsoever. The wind sweeps up this and the screams and shout. Wait, let's read that again. The wind sweeps up the screams and shouts of terror. The fiend holds me and flaps his wings as he flies off into the blazing sunset. Before the sun disappears under the horizon, we chase the last fragment of light. We find ourselves in a lair perched atop a cliff. As I look down in midair, the cliff and lair form a breathtaking sight between the peaks, like the skeleton of a dragon poised to take flight. He lands on the other side where the lighting is noticeably better, and there are no blood-soaked stone platforms. Is this your home?
Have you ever met a fiend with a home?
You! After the dragon puts me down, although it feels more like I was dropped, he drags his tail along a stone staircase to the upper level of the cave. Seeing that he isn't trying to restrain me, I turn... Calm down. Where is it? I turn and run toward the cave's entrance. Pebbles roll off the cliff, but I can't hear them fall. I stop just in time to stare at the sheer cliffside outside. My heart sinks in the depths of despair. Fine, if I can't go back to the Ivory City, I guess this dragon's lair will have to do. Yeah, you're stuck with him for a while, I guess. Light illuminates the cave every so often. I follow the faint glow up the stone steps and catch up the figure ahead of me. I suppose you won't be eating my soul for now?
Assuming that was still the case, why would I even bring you back here?
I think he's
Stay
lonely. He's lonely. That's why he took us with him instead of devouring us. I mean, the MC, right? Not me. The MC, the MC. Of course, I don't believe this dragon spared me just because I can help make him make money. But I don't know what he has planned for me. I walk up to him and continue our conversation. If I'm going to live here, my living quarters should at least be decent. Your cave is too basic. What do you think? Following the spiral stone staircase to the top of the cave, I feel as if I step into a world that never sees the light. The dragon stops walking. His tail coils around my waist and lifts me to the final step. Oh! With a cold, lowered gaze, he stares at me.
Choose.
Choose what? You! Unspoken words catch in my throat as I watch him snap his fingers. He releases an energy orb that floats into the cave's depths. One by one, red flames ignite as far as the eye can see. My surroundings are illuminated by their shimmering light. Before me is an endless array of treasures and luxurious garments. Wow, our dragon is rich,
You are not interested?
You'd really give this to me?
Why not? You're also mine now.
Well, that's a critical hit. Okay, his tail wraps around me again. He likes wrapping his tail to MC, huh? My body is turned around and pushed towards the treasure trove. The dragon's lair hasn't been visited for a long time. I make my way to a pile of gold, clear away thick cobwebs, and spot an old toppled sword rack behind it. I lift the nearly rotted wood and pick up a dagger that glints with a cold, sharp light.
It's called the Fiend Bane. Legends say you could plunge it into a dragon's heart and twist it 3 times to completely shatter the dragon's soul.
Hi, Kaguri, welcome. Are you on break? Enjoy Love and Deep Space if you're on break. Is that Ratio's VA? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not sure if it's the same VA. Air on break. Okay, enjoy Love and Deep Space. I set the dagger down and notice an open box to my right. Inside is a blade that looks like a hidden weapon. All these weapons she's looking
The Golden
at.
Crow's Feather of Eternity. Designed specifically for gouging out a dragon's eyes.
You know.
You humans seem to think the longer the name, the more formidable the weapon. But this little thing isn't even good for trimming my nails.
You know, if I remember correctly, there was a great sword with inside the MC, right? And then she's looking at this weapon as if it could help her. Enjoy the horn. Yes, enjoy, Kaguri. Wait, did I read that? I turn and look around the vast treasure trove. I never expect your collection would be all weapons. Do dragons have hobbies too?
Your kind brought them here willingly.
I imagine they weren't particularly polite about it.
Indeed. It's a shame those who brought them to me are all dead. and I'm still alive.
So the sword that sealed you away, was it really given to you by the sacred judicator in the mural?
He was just lucky to get his hands on it, and fortunate enough to drive it into my chest. But only its true master can wield its power.
Oh no! Only the true master can wield its power. Is it the MC? I got a bad feeling about this, man. It's like star-crossed lovers, man. I want to play this game if they get a PC version. I am not sure if they will. And that sword is inside me now. Does it mean I'm its true master? I clench my fist, but maybe my timing is off. The phantom of the great sword doesn't appear as I'd hope. Rounding a thick stone pillar, I find myself staring not at weapons, but at a seemingly endless hoard of treasures. Fine clothes, paintings, musical instruments. Shocked, I can only stare until I realize I just swallowed my saliva.
If you want something, just reach out and take it.
Can I take you instead, sir? In the flickering firelight, our shadows intertwine on the dimly lit wall. Their shadows intertwine. Sadly, this is not an R18 game, so damn. It can only be left to one's imagination, I guess. Staring at... No, there's weapons there, but in our eyes, it's only a Sylus's chest, I guess.
Just like this. Let your greed and desire burn a little brighter.
Yes, sir. His tail glides up my calf. That is one touchy tail, man. Smiling, the fiend leans in to whisper into my ear.
This is how you'll become worthy enough to be my meal.
He wants us to be greedy so that he can enjoy devouring us? Huh. Holding a gem. My hand clenches in fear. I turn my head as his tail suddenly tightens around me. That tail, man. He laughs, watching me struggle in his grasp. Yeah, he can wrap that tail and pierce it too. Never mind. No wonder you spared me. You want to fatten me up before going in for the kill.
Even so, you still cling to that gem despite being so close to death's sweet embrace. You truly are a source of entertainment.
Enjoy my company while you can. I might bring you a deadlier experience next time.
Who says death can't be entertaining in itself?
Good lord, this is like having an ASMR, man, right into my ears. Wait, I'll run an ad. Oh wait, let's finish this part and then we'll run an ad, okay? So that it won't bother us in another hour. That line, you want to repeat that line? Okay. We will.
Who says death can't be entertaining in itself?
Good fucking lord. The firelight casts shadows under his eyelashes. The breath, I know! It feels like it's right at my ear, man. He leans in. He's so close that I can feel his breath enveloping me. It's reminiscent of liquor's intoxicating aroma. Oh my good lord. What a fucking description. Sylus. He's Sylus. Meet Sylus Kaguri. Our new husbando.
I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Good lord. Good lord, man. I'm gonna run an ad so it won't disturb you guys, okay? It's just 30 seconds. Let's go. Sylus, please don't break my bias. Hmm, he already did. He stole me from Raphael's grass, man. Okay. Ads are done. Let's go. You don't play this game, but you're updated. It's because of Twitter, right? If I didn't see the PV on Twitter, I wouldn't come back. Baby girl wasn't baby girl enough to keep me, sadly. Yeah. Where were we? Number 3, right? That night, the dragon places me with all the treasures he gathered. It's as if I'm one of them. Wow, we're part of his treasure. Sylus is just, I know, right? It appears like everything is present, but all I can grasp is the moonlight descending into the lair from an opening. Whenever I close my eyes, the sound of howling wind inside the cave sends me back to that blood-red valley. All I can hear is a dragon's cries. The moment those blades pierce his chest, the same pain and fury also run through me. Perhaps a fragment of the dragon's soul truly did enter my body the moment I pulled out the sword. Ray Chase voice Sylus, who I'm not familiar with ENVAs. That's Nubilet. Oh, I see. No wonder it's so hot. Wait, the MC is connected to Sylus, right? And then from the Sylus main story chapters, we are also stuck with Sylus. We're like connected to him, if I remember correctly. At the time, I didn't understand the implications. Yeah, I don't know what happened between them. Did they get reincarnated or something? It seems like Sylus knows of the MC, but the MC doesn't recognize Sylus at all. Oh, it's somewhere in FBIC. I also didn't know this would mark the start of a curse. A dragon's curse? Curse? As dawn arrives, I lie on a pile of gold, squinting at the lackluster jewels. I was twirling the fiendbane in my hand for the 3rd time.
Anong gentle? Ilalabas ko na ang aking dragon.
Yeah, what dragon? He's just going to fatten me up before savoring the kill. I can't let everything go his way. The source of his power is from his right eye. If I could take it. I think MC is getting influenced by that voice in her head that says, get that eye. I want that eye. After a night of turning it over in my mind, I've decided I need that eye. There you go. What is happening to her? With that eye, I might just be able to escape the dragon and avoid the fate of having my soul devoured. Which means I'll have to strike first. It will definitely take more than one attempt, and I may not even be able to wound him. But testing the waters can't hurt. He's after my soul. He won't just kill me off. Besides, if he's going to treat me like a pet cat, he shouldn't be surprised if he gets scratched. Walking down the stone staircase, I find myself circling around a broken central pillar over and over. The steps gradually merge with the ground and extend into the depths below. The dragon rests here. I found you. We found you. Oh! This is it, folks. Take this chance, cheatery. Oh my. I knew it.
Your footsteps are noisy, and you breathe heavily. Consider yourself lucky. At the moment, I'm bored to tears.
Strike. I'm touching his throat? Okay. You'd be a fool to think I only have a dagger. Oh, good lord. That is so fucking dangerous. You.
Child's play. I admit you're clever at times, yet your skills leave much to be desired. If you still have tricks, now is the time to use them, mortal. I could use a stretch.
Good lord. He's on top of the MC. If my direct attack doesn't work, I'll have to try a more subtle approach. Pretend to soften? I'm gonna touch his chest? Pretend to soften. I don't have anything else. I was just bored and wanted to play around.
Before you tried to kill me, did you consider that it'd end like this?
Oh my good lord. Strangle. Wait, can I read that first? I don't have anything else. I was just bored and wanted to play around. You'll let me go, yes? I wish they voiced that, ma'am. Strangle. Oh my. Oh my good lord.
I
Oh
see.
my.
Your overconfidence truly led you to believe I'd be merciful.
That is so close. Oh my.
Feel your heartbeat right now.
Oh my good lord.
Don't forget, if
Oh
I
my-
apply more pressure at this very spot,
Oh.
your heart will never beat again. Are you going to stay this weak forever? This will be the mark for the first time.
Yeah, the tail, man. Oh my. Oh my good lord.
Until this mark disappears, you will have 2 more chances to take my life. Prove to me that you can be stronger.
Oh, that smug look on his face, man. That sail is dangerous. When will be our turn next? My first hunt ends with me branded with a mark from the dragon. Aside from the dragon who resides in the cave's depths, there's also the cave's opening above where the light pours in. That's another challenge to overcome. Even if the dragon has no interest in hurting me at the moment, I can't let myself stay trapped in this gilded cage with no way out. I tear apart the golden silk carpets from the dragon's lair and weave them into a rope. Using his collections of weapons, I carve footholds into the wall. You know, this kind of reminds me also in... This happened also in the main story, right? The one where MCU is sneaking around and trying to steal the, what do you call that? The brooch from Sylus. It's like that, right? I throw the rope up again and again with every fall and every fresh wound. The gap between me and freedom grows a little smaller. What's Sylus in the main story? Oh, I think so. Oh, there's the encounter of Sylus and MC in the main story. Yeah, Sylus just played it. Exactly. and then the twins told her, "Oh, you should do this. Sylus is weak using this gun." And she got debated. And then Sylus was just entertained. You just saw him side up. I think that's another. Oh wait, no. That's part of the main. That's part of the. I think if you bonded with him, is he wanted? Yes, he is. The dragon knows about my escape plan. Sometimes he even sits on the pile of gold, resting his head in his hand as he watches. He neither helps nor stops me. It takes me a while to realize he isn't just watching. He's studying me out of sheer boredom. Is the tied up using handcuffs? I think yeah. It was using handcuffs on the bed. The handcuffs was given by the twins, right? Just like I used to watch a cat in the sanctuary that kept trying to jump over a wall it could never clear. I finally managed to reach the top. 5 days later, at the break of dawn, I finally pull myself out of the cave's opening. But I learned that while I found a way to freedom, it's also another dead end. Outside the lair, the abyss seems bottomless. One can only gaze upon the city of Ebony, Taru's city. It is a place where fiends lurk. An endless crimson mountain rage, covered with forests that are void of life, with their scorched trees surrounded the lonely city. There is no other path. Behind me, a narrow ridge snakes downward, like a spine of a dragon. Between the vertebrae lies a vast, yawning chasm. There's no way out, girl.
You'll die if you can't make the jump.
As I prepare to sprint and leap, the dragon lands behind me. You won't let me die, or else you won't be able to have my soul. However, you're not concerned about me running away. Shall we jump? Let's go. That's probably the limited 5-star during his release into the main story. The one with the MC with a riding crop. So there's a different card for that. Oh. I think I haven't read that one. Because I don't have it. However, you're not concerned about me running away.
If you can go down without dying, then you may come and go as you please. I'm also curious to see where a sorceress who consorts with a fiend thinks she can go.
With his arms crossed, he floats in front of me. I shoot a glance at his dragon horns and tail. You're skilled in flapping your tongue to annoy people.
Thank you. It's one of my few strengths.
I still haven't found the Judicator's oracle who judged me. My revenge is far from over. Looking for him is better than staying here.
Don't bother. Even if you leap down these 21 bones, no one in your hometown will be waiting for you.
I stop in my tracks. What do you mean? The dragon tosses me a blood-stained bag. What's in it?
Eyes. Crows pecked out the eyes of the person you're looking for.
My gut tells me this isn't the dragon's doing. What happened?
You had me destroy a sanctuary, but the Legion of Justicia took it further. They wiped out an entire city under the pretense that doomsday is nigh.
Oh my god. Oh, they're evil also. They destroyed the MC's hometown. The dragon leisurely floats in front of me. Wait, I didn't read that. A wicked smile on his face, a blood-red vortex swirling deep in his right eye.
Free City is a burning purgatory now. A rare sight indeed. Shall I take you there?
Oh my. At the highest point of the Dragon's Ridge, crimson clouds surge upward. I'm swept into a boundless sea of roaring flames. After experiencing a moment of vertigo, I feel as if I'm soaring through the air. A massive shadow glides over the burning ivory city below. The clash of steel echoes from the blood-stained streets. Stirred by wings, the air carries blood's metallic scent alongside a burnt, acrid smell. These are scenes the dragon once witnessed. The memories replay in the soul that's hidden within my body. I don't think Mephisto is around.
Humans don't need fiends. Their own fear is enough to bring about the world's end.
Yeah. As if this cruel spectacle of people destroying each other wasn't entertaining enough, I soon find myself falling. My soul trembles in pure ecstasy. As I soar through the roaring flames, I pay little attention to the warm droplets that splash my eyes. She's crying, isn't she? Man. This is an expensive gacha. Yes, I think so. Yes. Enough. I forcefully shove away the ones responsible for these visions. The air turns bone-chilling cold again. I lose my balance and descend. Above me, sunlight pierces through the heavy cloud cover. Yet the sky grows ever distant as I fall. She chose to fall? The dragon's expression changes from cruel amusement to alarm as he spreads his wings. He flies towards me. Wait. Did she just try to kill herself? Because she doesn't have a home to go back to. The air no longer moves when a scorching embrace envelopes me. The descent doesn't stop. It's as if I'm being held in a safe cocoon. The day the dragon and I destroyed the sanctuary, the war of doomsday began. I never imagined that the peace sustained for over 1,600 years could be broken so easily. It rained for 3 consecutive days in Taru City. I sit in the dragon's lair and receive shiny trinkets every day. One night, a small mountain cat came in to play with me. It wasn't until later that I realized there's no way a mountain cat could just wander into a dragon's lair on its own. That's how Sylus tries to comfort her, huh? Could the dragon be comforting me? Yes, he's trying. After the storm clears, the sky above the dragon's nest is still shrouded in dark swirling clouds. From here, I can see Taru City, a city of ebony. That is the opposite of my hometown, a city of ivory. He has always been cynical, but he's also soft ubu to MC. Exactly. Like I told you, it's like his gap moe. That place is chaotic and evil, a home for those who are shunned by others. It's a world different from what I know. But when night falls, its outline resembles the Ivory City.
What's that sound?
Yeah, Sylus never change. A faint breeze blows from behind me as the dragon folds his wings. He lands a few steps away from me. As I sing the final note, I close my mouth and continue gazing at the distant light in Taru City. A requiem for the departed.
Sing it again.
Haven't you ever heard someone sing before?
I've never heard you sing.
Oh. He sits next to me, and his tail curls behind me. The night in Taru City are always brightly lit. Unlike the flames of war in the Ivory City, desires and revelry burn.
I heard you're the princess of Ivory City.
What? I manage his stiff smile. He's so sweet, huh? I was supposed to be a weapon to slay dragons. They told me I could kill a dragon, so they filled my head with a lot of things about them. But when they decided to execute me, they said I was a dragon.
That's how humans are. They fear those who are different.
So MC is a princess in this AU as well. Seems like it. The night breeze rolls across the ground and carries the scent of charred trees. Maybe there's another forest fire nearby.
Why can't you leave that place behind?
I shield the flickering white candle in front of me, its flame about to go out. It's not that. I just lived there for a long time.
Oh, you consider that place your home.
Maybe I just miss the cats and dogs and birds there.
Face it. No matter how much you hate it or want to leave, a home is still a part of your soul. The more you try to excise it, the more you'll be reminded of who you are.
When I don't respond, he changes the conversation to the topic of my supposed crimes.
Enlighten me. What do you and dragons have in common?
Chicken Soup for the Soul by Sylus. Yeah. Hard on the outside, soft on the inside. Exactly. He's so nice, right? But somehow I think he's trying to be smug, even though he's comforting the MC. We have nothing in common. I just broke the rules by keeping a golden lamp with an engraved dragon. Oh. Aside from the one in the fiend-slaying god, no dragons are allowed in the sanctuary, but I could only talk to that little dragon. Why does it feel like in my head the little dragon was Sylus, you know? Even though it's just a lamp with a dragon illustration. And one day, they caught me talking to it. Probably. Even now, I can't help but laugh when I remember the Judicator's oracle's expression upon seeing the obsidian dragon coiled around the lamp. To think a carefully trained dragon-slaying weapon would cherish a dragon instead. The Judicator's oracle looked like he had been attacked by a dragon. Hysteric, he ordered me to destroy my dragon. My dragon! Okay, in my head, that's probably baby Sylus or maybe the younger Sylus. Who knows, right? I know, it's just an object. Destroying it would be easy. I remember clutching the little dragon as I was forced into a corner. Oh! The shadows of the crowd engulfed me like a tide. But I didn't want to listen to them that day. Yeah, not our dragon.
Gentle. Ilalabas ko na ang aking dragon.
The essence of the Ivory City is reflected in its citizens. People dress nicely, exude grace, and possess untainted souls. The Judicator's oracle says, desire is the seed of calamity. Excessive indulgence will allow this disease to grow quietly. So, I had to act like everyone else. I needed to abide by proper etiquette, say the right words, and bind my hand and feet with invisible white threads. All these things turned me into a puppet without a heart. Oh! But they still burned my dragon. What in the actual fuck? To kill my dragon, they framed me for a great crime. They sentenced a puppet to death because it had one desire. That's so fucked up, man. Having desire is bad? Then what kind of a life is that, right? These people in that city are probably living, just, living. They're just alive, but they are not living their life. Why does that sound like a dystopian empire? Because it is. And it's bound to get destroyed anytime soon. Since they've branded me as a sorceress, fine then. How could I not do what a sorceress is supposed to do? Strands of my hair flutter as I look at the dragon beside me. Since they destroy what was most precious to me, it's only fair that they surrender what's most precious to them. Everyone wearing a sacred robe should have their chest split open to see their truest selves. Wow, I didn't know MC is capable of doing cruel things. It must be Sylus's influence, I guess. The threads binding me are cut away one by one. I tighten my fist and finally see what's wrapped inside. A heart still beating. Oh! Oh my good lord! You're free to do what you want now, MC. Sylus is there to support you. Although it's not right to kill people, but you do you, okay? Revenge and plunder, that's my desire. If you can make it happen, my soul is yours. The night grows colder, and the candle finally flickers out. The dragon doesn't respond to my deal. He just leans in closer.
Do you know what you look like right now?
Oh?
You're a young dragon who just grew her horns.
Oh! Upon imagining this, I lower my head and start laughing. Maybe he's right. With my little dragon gone, horns grew in my heart.
Growing dragon horns symbolizes a rebirth. It's a good thing.
Why, thank you for trying to comfort us, really. What about you? How did it feel when you grew your horns?
It was nothing special.
I like it when he taps our head like that. The dragon sits back down, avoiding my gaze.
It just hurt a bit.
Same here, I want to touch the horns. Then, are you a dragon or a human? Maybe he doesn't hear me, or maybe he just ignores it. He lets out a chuckle. I know my request can be considered unreasonable. It's fine if you can't do it.
Even if your desire is to resurrect the people of the Ivory City, it's still within my capabilities.
Wow. Is this a fiend's act of kindness?
People are far more interesting alive than dead. If you truly want revenge, the best way is to keep them alive. Or would you say this world is the closest thing to hell itself? You can only feel pain when you're alive.
Good lord. Why is that somehow relatable? His expression is malicious when he speaks, but his eyes sparkle like gemstones. I recall the dragon in the valley with a sword in its chest. Is this the wisdom you've learned as a dragon?
You faced death before. You should know the answer.
Do you think you'll devour my soul first, or will I pluck out your eye first? The dragon ignores my mischievous question and looks beyond Taru City.
Sing that song again.
I know our conversation is brought to a close. It's boring without music. It sounds better with an organ accompaniment. Can you get one for me?
It's a simple matter. Consider it done.
Wow, whatever we ask, he delivers. He gets up to leave, and I grab hold of his sail. Hey, do you have a name?
Doesn't matter.
You can't eat me for now, and I won't be leaving anytime soon. Looks like we'll be stuck with each other for a while. What should I call you? Demon? Dragon? Or maybe Drago? The fiend gives me a cold stare. Sensing his boredom, I shut my mouth, but then I hear two faint syllables rumble from his throat. Steris? Or are you telling me to stay clear?
It's an ancient Philosian word. Since you can't read it, you probably won't understand it.
So his name is... His name is Steirus? It's like a dinosaur's name. Steirus. How about I call you by a name that sounds similar? Is Sylus alright with you? Oh! It's the MC who called him Sylus!
Call me whatever you want, but don't expect me to respond.
The dragon rises, and his unseen wing stirs up small gusts around him. Where are you going, Sylus? Where are you going, Sylus? He takes a half step back and falls off the cliff.
I'll be resting.
On the night I learn the dragon's name, I see him again in my dream. He falls into the valley as soldiers from the Legion of Justitia thrust their weapons into his chest. He slides down and sharp rocks tear into his flesh. A dragon's roar fills the valley, then slowly fades into silence. But at the bottom of the valley, it's not a dragon lying there. It's a young man, barely clinging to life. Damn. Dragons have feelings too, you know? And yet they're hurting dragons, bro. Where he gone get one? Get one of what, FJ? Taru City sits near the foot of the dragon's lair. The origin of its name is lost to time, but it's said to be connected to the abyss. The organ, we're gonna get one in the town. They're probably gonna borrow. But knowing Sylus, he's probably filthy rich, right? So he'll just buy one, I guess. And unlike other cities, Taru City's market is... So it's a date. It's a market date. Market date with Sylus. Rich. Sana all. Exactly. I wish we have our own Sylus. The stall we passed by, a wanderer's head was being displayed.
You reacted quickly. Should I remind you that you're currently fiddling with a wanderer's thigh?
A what?
What? Are you terrified?
No, I just suddenly thought of something. That painting we were looking at earlier, is the canvas made from dragon hide? Don't piss off your dragon. What? Are you terrified?
I don't remember my voice sounding this annoying.
I drag the dragon into one strange shop after another, even though I know there won't be any pipe organ for sale. I'll take what's most valuable in this world. That's the deal he silently agreed to. But right now, I just want to see an invisible fiend looking troubled. You have no intention of disguising yourself?
No need. No one would believe a fiend would wander around a market.
What? He walked around looking like that? No one was suspicious, really? Okay. I don't know. What does people during those days look like?
Besides, everyone sees a fiend differently. Some see ugliness, others see horror, cruelty. What they see isn't me. They only see their own hearts.
I hold up a mirror from a stall. It reflects the face of the dragon. Can you guess what I see when I look at you? He lowers the mirror as if he heard a childish joke. He leans closer. He likes leaning in closer, huh?
At the very least, I'm a lot more handsome than I was depicted in that fiend-slaying god mural.
Yes, okay, fine. You are handsome, alright. I thought the famous market of Taro City would be more interesting, given how it's known for fiend-related items. It turns out to be just a bunch of normal stuff. Oh, well, he actually said he's handsome. Well, we cannot refute that because we all agree, right?
You won't be able to find wind chimes made of finger bones anywhere else.
I pick up a small obsidian sculpture. They even have a goat bone amulet. People in the sanctuary dislike these kinds of things because they believe horns represent fiends. Yet, they're quite popular here.
Do you want it? In that case, you can carry the stuff back by yourself later.
The audacity of this guy. He knows we cannot carry it. I want something smaller and more intricate. There's a fiend's horn ring, a fiend's wing necklace. This volcanic stone pendant isn't bad.
It's not bad.
Silas leans down to look. However, he scoffs. He was gonna get it for us. I think maybe he's just, teasing us. He'll probably get whatever later on.
Pitch black and shaped like a crippled dragon.
I place the pendant back. I turn my head and my eyes light up again. Look at this fiend's eye bracelet. Isn't it more adorable than the treasures in your lair? Oh my god, did you just say that? Are you saying the treasures in his lair are low quality? The audacity.
You see a cheap, thin coating as beautiful. Are the cracks special? Did you come here just for these?
I can't believe I almost forgot how sharp your tongue is after we spent so much time together. Getting a nice word out of you is like pulling teeth. I fiddle with a bracelet in front of me. Scoffs, his high standards still there. Yeah. Always has been. Since my taste doesn't seem to align with yours, why don't you tell me about the most valuable piece in your collection?
The painted oil lamp made out of pure gold and that ruby necklace.
That ruby
You wouldn't
necklace?
use them if I gave them to you. Why are you interested in cheap things?
You actually measure worth based on monetary value?
There's another way.
I think this is rich people problems. I sigh dramatically and click my tongue, trying to appear deep and wise. You certainly live up to the stereotype of dragons being greedy for treasure. However, true value comes from something a little warmer. Take this bracelet for instance. It might not look impressive, but it carries a great significance. Ignoring his dark brooding look, I grabbed the dragon's hand and without waiting for permission, slipped the bracelet into his wrist. Wow! MC is fast with her hands. Rich people problems. I know, right? Sana all. Oh, let's touch his hand. Here, look at the words engraved on it.
The fiend shall always shield you. How warm and comforting.
That's quite accurate. He tried to save the MC several times already, right? The dragon glances down at the bracelet, but doesn't take it off right away. The pupilless merchant senses something and quickly faces us. He taps his tobacco pipe with pinpoint accuracy on the bracelet.
One piece of information, or 30 gold coins for the bracelet.
Wow, the random merchant sounds amazing also. For this bone bracelet, at best it's worth... I'm about to start haggling, but when I look up, the dragon's already opening his pouch. A cascade of gold coins spills from his hand onto the counter. Dude! Those are... That bracelet is probably not worth all those coins. What in the actual fuck? Don't tell me he's gonna say, I'm gonna buy everything in the store. It's a ripoff, I know, right? It reminds me of that, I think it's part of the main story, where he says the MC can use his credit card and buy those is it what it was it no, it's not evil, the crystal things. And then the MC said, I'm gonna buy the most expensive one. The proto cars, yeah, the proto cars. I'm gonna buy the most expensive one because the one she bought was apparently very cheap for Sylus's standards. The blind merchant doesn't move to count them. His ears just twitch slightly.
You've given too much. Rules are rules. I'll keep the gold and give you 2 pieces of information.
Make sure it's useful info. Okay, that's fucking
First,
expensive.
the fiend has returned.
Oh.
The Legion of Justicia will march to Taurus City soon.
How did he know? Does this blind dude recognize Sylus?
You two need to be careful.
Sylus and I exchange a glance. The merchant, expressionless, turned his face toward me.
As for the second one, before long, the fiend will meet his destined arch-nemesis once again.
Oh no! And then the merchant looked at the MC. It seems like the MC is the destined arch-nemesis. Oh no. But for now, they're working together, right? Is he a prophet? I think so. He sounds like one. I think he becomes a prophet because of the gold coins.
Right over there.
He tilts his pipe and my eyes follow. In the distance, beyond the barren forest, I spot an obsidian spire jutting out. I hook my arm around the dragon's neck, stand on my tiptoes, and whisper in his ear. Isn't that the place where you tried to eat me for the first time?
Do you wish to return for the sake of nostalgia?
It really is her. That's probably the place where there's a... It's not a table. Or maybe it's a table. Where the dragon pinned him down. I mean, Sylus pinned her down. I don't see why not. Who knows? Maybe something unexpected will occur there.
An abandoned, dilapidated chapel won't offer anything worth the trek.
The table.
Don't forget why I'm here with you.
On top of the table all day. All night. Is that what you're thinking, FJ? I let go of the dragon's neck and pretend to be displeased. It's not like you just found out I'm insatiable. If I can't get the organ, I'll just grab a few other things as consolation. These, and these, don't they all suit you perfectly? I quickly pick up a few intricately designed accessories and shove them into the dragon's arm. Then I stand on my tiptoes to hang a bone wind chime on his horn. Grrr!
You...
He found that entertaining. What? Our gazes meet. I blink at him as I'm still standing on my tiptoes. Kiss! The evening sky casts a soft rosy glow over the dragon. He looks at me for a moment, then sets the coin pouch on the table.
Since you want all of them, don't leave a single one behind.
Good lord.
Take everything. We're leaving.
He really just said what we predicted earlier. Yeah, take everything. He's flaunting his money. I open my arms to the dragon, and he lifts me. He carries me and my treasures as we soar over Taru City. Every day, every night. We're back to the lair. During my days in the dragon's lair, Sylus and I achieve a delicate balance. I couldn't obtain his eye, and he never brought up the fiendish deal that would cost me my soul. Wow. Their original plan for each other, it's out of the question now. I think it's because they've gotten closer. They've gotten closer, so they don't want to lose each other. There you go. We live like true companions, together in the dragon's lair above Taru City. When dusk descends, we venture out for reckless raids and return with our spoils before dawn. What? They raid towns, they rob towns, and probably destroy them. I love this evil couple. But you know what? I can't blame them because the world have done them, have wronged them also, you know. Now they just need to achieve negative distance, yes, closer. My favorite sight was watching the Judicator's army, who had been ruthlessly extorting people with warnings of impending doom, fall to their knees at the sight of a real fiend and resurrected sorceress. Oh, they're not hurting the innocent people. It's the what's that? Judicator's army that they're destroying. Okay, I approve. The thrill of revenge made my soul tremble, and each time he would ask me, "Is there anything else you desire?" The dragon personally nurtures my ambition as he leads me from one raid to another, regardless of how dangerous the target is. As long as I say I want it, he fulfills my every wish without fail. Wow. She just tamed a dragon, huh? Fate tumbles like an uncontrollable bead rolling into a bottomless abyss. Under the guise of helping me get my revenge, he feeds the beast in my heart called desire. I know he is. Yet slowly, my heart gains new desires. Oh, I wonder, what else does she want more? This place and over here, we've already been to these places, correct? I sit cross-legged on a new cushion. I eat some fruit and mark several areas on a star map. The pomegranate I had set my eyes on gets taken away before I can move my hand. Ignoring my glare, Sylus taps the edge of the star map.
Didn't you say you wanted the minerals and starships here?
What kind of world is this? I thought it's a medieval kind of world, and yet they have starships? Oh, this civilization is actually quite advanced, huh? His tone barely conceals his excitement. On my shoulder, the mark he left faintly burns with a blood-red gleam in his eyes. Wow! The marks still haven't disappeared? Huh. I touched the burning skin and recalled the sanctuary re-raided 2 days ago. A Judicator's oracle, wearing a splendid white robe, is held up by one hand. A rabid bestial cruelty boils in the dragon's eyes. Back then, the mark hurt just like this. I shook my head and decided not to think about whether the pain was an omen of things to come. I rest my chin on my hand as he says, a strong, drawn-out "oh." I mean, the letterwork on his outfit looks too modern. Well, you're right, I guess. But the setting and that sound, it really looks like a medieval one. So I assume that the technology are maybe not that advanced. Now I'm surprised there's a fucking starship. You remember everything I said. Sylus raises an eyebrow and takes a blood orange from the silver platter.
Oya, a new follower.
Thank you for the follow. Alfie Altion, thank you so much. I quickly snatch it away. When he's caught off guard, I arch my back like a cat and pounce. I press a silver knife against his neck. We're still at it. Be honest with me. What do you gain from indulging my desires like this? Oh my. I pin him down against the cushion. Oh my. We're pinning down Sylus now. It's the other way around. The knife and bleeding wound dissipates into crimson light particles as he chuckles. Sylus looks up at me. We can feel each other's breaths. As he raises his head, his nose gently brushes against mine.
What about you? What's in it for you to attempt an assassination with such a weak hand?
Before the curtains, our eyes meet. The afterglow is reflected in his eyes, which emit a surreal warmth. Afterglow? What do you mean? Did they did the deed? Well, you know, if both of them are together in a lair alone, what else would they be doing, you know? That's a stupid question, Shidori. A strange flutter brushes against my heart, and a soft laugh escapes my lips. I return to my original spot before peeling and savoring a pomegranate. You don't need to tell me. The greedier the soul, the more delicious it is. Am I mistaken? In any case, let's hope it doesn't backfire on you. Sylus laughs as I take out another pomegranate seed. He leans in and snatches it with his teeth. What? What flirting is this? Oh, they just did bed gymnastics. Are they eating after doing the deed and then they're flirting like this? My god, my imagination is running wild.
Likewise.
Oh my good lord.
You haven't fled because you're waiting for an opportunity to take my eye. Is that right?
Yeah, damn, after all this time, they still don't trust each other. But as I stare into his eyes, I find that I don't truly want to hurt him. Oh my good lord. The irony. Beside the horn and tail, he's almost no different from a human. Aside from searching from places to plunder, the dragon and I often meet at the top of the lair. Sometimes I tell him the stories I've heard. He rarely speaks as if he's engrossed, or perhaps he just wants someone to watch the moon with him. Occasionally, the dragon talks about himself. He speaks about the myriad of dragon-slaying weapons on his treasure trove and the 108 ways humans have tried to kill him. But most of the time, we just sit together and say nothing. The gentle night smooths his sharp scales and reveals his true form. I got a feeling that Sylus, during this time, is not good at communicating well with the MC. It's like he's not being honest. Unlike the one we know in the current main story, he's very direct. It's like they're just happy with the status quo. The sun is setting, and the rocks still retain daylight's warmth. Drowsy, I'm in the middle of relaxing and drying my hair that I just washed.
Does your song truly need an organ? We already bought a bone flute.
I don't know when the dragon decided to lie down next to me. I pat his damp hair. That is so sweet, man. Why don't I teach you the song since you like it so much?
No.
No. You don't want to? Or you don't think you can learn it? Dragon Sylus awkward. Regular Sylus teasingly blunt. Exactly. Maybe probably because he's still quite young during this time. That's what I assume, okay? That's why he's very awkward. Doesn't know how to express his feelings. Unlike the Sylus we know. Eh? What? I cup his face in my hands and make him meet my gaze. Wow. I just realized something these days. You don't understand a song's melody, can't see the beauty in patterns, and can't even taste the flavors of food. Is that right? Really?
Dragons don't need those things to survive.
That feels kind of empty, isn't it? You can't taste your food. You can't appreciate art. He escapes from my hands, yet I detect a hint of awkwardness in his words. You act mature, but you were sealed away for so long. Sylus, you're still a young dragon, aren't you? You only just learned how to hide your wings. Oh, is this the reason why he looks like this? Because he cannot hide some of his dragon form? He's still young? I gently stroke the horn on top of his head. Then my hand glides down his prominent spine and reaches his tail. MC. At least she managed to do what we wanted to do with Sylus. But you can't hide your horns and tail. Are you an adult? Don't tell me you're just acting mature because you're worried about ruining your fiendish image. Oh my god! Is that the truth? The dragon stays silent and flicks his tail away from me. He loops it around us and it touches the small of my back.
Are you trying to say you've uncovered my secret?
Are you admitting it then? A defiant force gently pulls me towards the dragon's chest.
All right. Let's assume there is a young dragon before you. What will you do? Eat it?
What? I'd tell it that we're doing something humans called hugging. Okay, that was smooth, MC. Another chest to chest. Yeah, with the tail involved, yes. At least the MC is so smooth that she just said, I just want to hug a young dragon.
Then do humans still hug each other, even when they want to kill each other? Like us?
It's fine, yes. Clouds drift across the sky and cover the moonlight for a moment. It's difficult for me to discern his facial expression. Some words are like the moonlight, hidden by the clouds. Once the moment passes, there's no need to say them anymore. I roll into a more relaxed position and lie on my back. What does a human soul taste like? We've known each other for so long, but I've never seen you eat. Have you never eaten a soul? What? The dragon remains on his side. He stares at me as if my face holds secrets he hasn't discovered yet.
Most human souls are disgusting. They're even less appealing than a wanderer's proto-core.
When I first saw you, you said my soul was lackluster. Was that actually a compliment?
Indeed. It's as lifeless as a slice of turkey meat.
Thinking back, I can't help but laugh.
Is there something else you want?
No. Maybe I just wanted to know if a dragon, capable of luring humans into darkness, could truly feel the human emotion called love. A desire that goes beyond mere survival. Oh! I want to believe that he's capable of love, yes. To be compared to a turkey meat. I'm not sure if that's a compliment at all. In his world, apart from survival and killing, could there also be a room for organs and hugs? Or maybe the person next to me only appears to be human, and his indulgence toward me is just so he can obtain my soul. Sylus, those gems and weapons are boring. If you want to cultivate my desire, you need to give me something rarer. This time, I want. I can't stand being the only one who's troubled by this thought. So, I demand something from him he can never own and will never offer. Of course, I would love to ask for his love. Your love. Yes, I want Silas's love. Your love. As expected. He looks surprised and then laughs.
A fiend's love. What are you going to do with something that doesn't exist?
Lies! I know you care for her! Lies! Hi, Gangam, welcome. We're enjoying Love in Deepspace today. Lies! You could have already killed her. You had all the chances, but you never did. That means you care for her, and it's more than caring like she's a cat or a pet. That is love, dude. If it doesn't exist, then it's even more precious.
Speak. What does it mean to truly love a person? Have you ever loved anyone before?
He's interested about... Okay, girl, teach her well. It's in your hands now. Kiss! Oh my god! Oh my good lord! MC is so direct to the point. We love this. Kiss. I move closer to him and lift myself up to plant a kiss on the dragon's forehead. No! I am expecting it to be on his lips. Good fucking lord. It's actually on his forehead. Okay, I guess we can start with that. It's fine. When humans fall in love, they want to kiss it. Maybe dragons feel the same way? The dragon's claws sweep across my cheek. Once again, he looks at me as if I'm prey. That kiss miss, exactly. I think MC is somehow teasing him.
But maybe you should know the fate that befalls a dragon's lover.
What? A fate that befalls a dragon's lover? They really have to cut it off like that? God damn it. I refuse to believe it was on purpose. Yeah, that's a teasing action, you know. Tara City's tavern is always open. On stage, a woman wearing a fiery red dress has just left. Chi, are you going to play or no? No, I don't like first-person shooters. Is it because of the dragon? Is that asking for too much? No. Sadly, this game is it's not R18. We can't go there. Tara City's tavern is always open. On stage, a woman wearing a fiery red dress has just left. It's a third-person shooter. I still don't like... I don't like shooting games. You know how I get dizzy if I play those kinds of games? Amidst the boisterous cacophony from the drunkards, I sit next to Sylus, who's in the shadows by the window. I wear a hooded cloak. How are the souls here? Does their scent make you feel nauseous?
It's chaotic, but it's still better than the hypocritical sanctuary.
Why? Well, I have horrible eyesight, okay? And I get dizzy easily if there's a lot of movement on the screen. Yeah, motion sick. Yeah, I really can't. Thud. A waiter has placed a wooden cup filled with red liquid in front of me before walking away. Is that wine? Under the light, a dragon's roar suddenly resounds as an actor with dragon wings on his back sings center stage. Wait, is this the MC's way of showing Sylus what music and art is, you know, so he could appreciate it. So it's another date. There's so many dates in this card, huh? Silas didn't bring me here for a midnight snack. You're already a dragon. Why do I need to watch a fake one?
Don't you humans like stories? Watch it.
Yes, sir, we'll watch it. Well, I don't even know how Valorant is played, so... It seems to be a very long story. The actor who's playing the dragon sings for a long time without changing. Bored, I stir the beef sauce on my plate. Words fly over my head since I'm barely paying attention. The body next to me is warm. I wrap the dragon's tail around myself and move closer. Girl doesn't hold back. Okay. Resting my head on his shoulder, I drift in and out of sleep. So much wrapping. Yeah. I get a feeling it's not just the tail that is wrapping us, but also his arms. Other cities should be chaotic because of the Legion of Justitia. Justicia. But the people in Taru City still have happy lives.
The people here are like seeds. They only grow if they're fortunate. Even if they sprout, they might not survive the next day. They can only live in the moment.
Are we also people who might not survive the next day? Hey, that's a fucking red flag. Don't say that.
What are you trying to say?
I grab the dragon's wrist. Smiling, I narrow my eyes. I want to say something that's more precious than any treasure a human could obtain. Not the death flag. I know, right? That's why I said don't say that. Oh! It's a freaking confession. I like you. I like you. I like you even though there's a death flag earlier. I like you. I like who you are right at this moment. I turn away and notice how the dragon's face is faintly reflected in the window. I secretly watch him and notice his smile that vanishes as quickly as it appears. Why? Oh.
Turn around.
Turn around? Is he going to stick it in? What is happening? He grips my shoulder and forces me to face him. Okay. I thought it's the other way around. Calm down, Chidori.
Are you trying to move me with your human love?
We think not not in public. Who knows? These two are very morally questionable that I think it's possible that they can do it in public, man. Are you trying to move me with your human love? No, we were just trying to be genuine, I think. I said it because I wanted to. Now that moment has come and gone. The dragon pulls my hood over my eyes. My heart slightly trembles, but all I receive is a gentle flick. Why can't you be honest with your fucking self? You're gonna regret this, really.
Too late. I'll remember this.
I turn and the story on stage has reached its final act. The actor playing a fiend embraces and kisses his lover. At the same time, he plunges his blood-soaked claws into her chest. Wait, no. Wait. Is the play happening on the stage? Reflects what's going to happen with Sylus and the MC. Oh my god. Really? And right after the MC's confession. Oh my god. What in the actual fuck? At night, the dragon carries the sleepy girl through Taro City's crowded alleys. No one spares them another glance. It truly looks like he's an ordinary human returning home in the moonlight. Silas, I don't understand the play you made me see. Maybe I fell asleep halfway through?
Then sleep. It wasn't an interesting play in either case.
I think he's trying to send a message or show a message to the MC, but we just fucking slept and... Wait. We confessed, right? I mean, the MC confessed. Is he trying to deny it because he doesn't want the fate of a dragon's lover to befall the MC? Oh my heart! So he's denying his feelings because he wants to save the MC? Oh no! What is this? They really are star-crossed lovers, I think. But I want to hear it. You must tell me, or else I'm going to have nightmares.
It's about a dragon.
Figures surround them. He could fly her back to the dragon's lair, but tonight he wants to walk a bit longer with her. Death flags ahoy! Stop the death flags, man. We're just having a good time.
In the beginning, the dragon lived in a valley with other dragons. Amongst his kin, he was the only one with a human appearance.
That's probably
He
him.
mistakenly believed he was a normal person.
Oh.
But as he grew older, horns sprouted from his head and a tail from his back. He had never seen anything like this on someone before. He was scared. So he picked up a blade because he wanted to remove them. But the horns and scales would grow back, dripping with blood. It didn't matter how many times he cut them.
He turns and walks onto a small path. There are fewer people here. His voice softened as if he's actually lulling her to sleep.
After a long time, he finally came to terms with being a monster with horns. But then, the love of his life appeared.
Oh my god. The moment she pulled out her sword, he knew she was the one destined to kill him. She was his arch nemesis. No! No! So the one who stabbed him before was his lover? Or the person he likes? But somewhere along the way, he stopped wanting to consume her soul.
She showed him human love and companionship, making him think he could live like a human too. And slowly, without realizing it, he began to forget he was a dragon.
No! Maybe it was the first time she climbed to the cave's opening, and the morning light touched her dirty, scraped face. Or Maybe it was her unchecked, ever-growing desire that reminded him of his old self. Or perhaps, deep down, she is also a little monster with horns of her own.
Yet a monster can never truly become a human. He cannot escape his fate as a dragon. Nor can he love anyone for long.
Oh my god.
Dragons have an inherent tendency to toy with human desire. But in the end, they inevitably become enslaved by it and turn into true monsters. At the end of the story, he killed his beloved.
No!
This is the dragon's curse.
As he walks away, the lights fade behind him. He pulls off his cloak, revealing the creature beneath it. His form with dragon horns and a tail remains. Sylus, do you hate humans?
I wouldn't say I like them for now.
But I'm a human too. Invisible wings slice through the air, carrying the sleepy girl. He soars through the skies. What about you? Why stay by a dragon's side? This is going to be sad, ain't it? What happened that night at the tavern, along with the words we exchanged, is never brought up by us ever again. By the light of the day, it became a dark, absurd secret hanging between us. Time to get tissue. I don't have one with me. I guess my shirt is enough. Taru City revels every night, where shallow desires are easier to face than genuine feelings. With the return of the Fiend, Doomsday's ominous shadow once again haunts the war-torn lands of Philos. Under the guise of exterminating the Fiend, the Legion of Justicia sparks wars across the planet. Those who dare to oppose them are branded as sinners and put on trials in the court of Justicia. Wow, the irony of everything. Just because someone opposes them, and then they say they're justice themselves. The sacred judicator's authority hangs by a fragile thread. The long-standing resentment among the people reaches its boiling point, and it's fueled by the Fiend's resurgence. There's gonna be a civil war real soon in this planet. Meanwhile, Sylus and I pay no mind to it at all. Our path of plunder stretches across nearly every corner of the world. But amid this feast of desires, as my thirst for revenge deepens, the cursed dark clouds gather thicker around me, and the dragon casting ever darker shadows over our fates. I don't like the sound of that, man. That is so fucking ominous.
Please. Please don't kill me. Spare my life. I'll do anything for you. Yes, money. I have plenty of treasures. I collected them from different places. You can find them in the inner sanctum. The key is right here.
Black-red mist wafts past him, and the owner of the sanctuary twitches. He falls to the ground. I take the key from his stiff hand, dangle it on my pinky, and follow Sylus into the luxurious inner sanctum. I can't remember how many places we've raided. The guards and traps in this place are remarkably sophisticated. They even managed to injure Sylus. Unfortunately for them, they serve an incompetent master. I bet those guards never imagined they'd be risking their lives for a cowardly imposter. Have we made quite the name for ourselves?
After writing so many places in a row, I thought you'd display some self-awareness.
Silas appears disinterested, his gaze briefly scanning the treasures behind the door before moving elsewhere. Yet his eyes linger on something beyond a nearby sheer curtain. The wind lifts the curtains and reveals a massive organ in the wall. Its presence is illuminated by the setting sun. Finally, they found a freaking organ.
What a pleasant surprise.
Smiling, I put down the jewelry I was holding and adjust my dress. I sit down before the organ. Melodious music resounds while the wind sweeps through the building. Sunlight casts a radiant glow and harmoniously blends with the enchanting melody. My performance ends and the sanctuary falls silent.
Why did you stop?
I get up and retrieve the sword resting near the organ. A how do you pronounce requiem? Is meant to soothe the dead, but the souls in this place don't deserve it. Oh, yeah, they don't. Standing on my tiptoe, I move closer to Sylus. As soon as he narrows his eyes, I quickly step to the side and gracefully ascend the stairs. They were sanctimonious enough when they were alive. I have no intention of praising their ugly souls. What I desire is... My finger brush over the renowned painting adorning the wall. I turn, lift the hem of my dress, and sit on the sacred throne positioned at the top of the stairs. Is he reclaiming his position as, the head of this... head of the organization or the church? I point my toes and in silence hook my leg around the dragon's as he reaches the last step. Just as he leans forward, I tug him closer. Wow, such a girl boss move. We're touching his chest again, okay. To live freely and die without regrets. Our breaths mingle and our heartbeats sync. Light ripples in his eyes and his lips slowly curl into a smile. With a flick of his tail, he catches me off guard, wrapping it around my waist and pulling me in.
Are you aware of your soul's scent?
Oh god, this couple is on the way to self-destruction. He meets my gaze, leaning in provocatively. His breath teasingly caresses the pulse in my neck. Good lord.
It's akin to a strong liquor topped off with salt. Forever boiling and never satisfied.
Unhinged couple, yeah. Unhinged couple they are. A shiver ripples through me, deep in my body. The mark on my shoulder burns with a heat like never before. I wonder what's boiling inside a dragon at this very moment. Ah, what? We're touching his face? I don't retreat. In this intimate proximity, I reach out to brush my fingers against his lashes. And you? What is it that you desire? The fading sunset casts a hazy glow over everything, spilling over his brow and rolling down his throat. He says nothing. I take his silence as consent, but just as I reach for his right eye, my wrist is suddenly gripped tight. Oh. The moment his skin touches mine, memories tainted by a bloody hue flash before my eye. A blood-stained young man turns his head in the unfathomable darkness. He seems to be...
You ask too many questions.
His voice shatters the illusion. I return to reality and Sylus has already released my hand. A sinister blood-red gleam flashes in his eye. Where are you going?
I've never asked you that.
It's a shame I won't ever learn how to be tactful. Is it just me? But MC is starting to get too clingy, I think. The mark on my shoulder throbs and burns. I move ahead of him and block his path. Were those guards not enough for you?
What?
You still want to hide it from me? I sweep the strand of my hair away from my neck, revealing the mark he left behind. Whenever your hunger for souls flares up, this mark you gave me stirs too. Lately, it's been acting up more frequently. She's hungry for you, girl, not for the guards. I take a step toward him. Without hesitating, I caress the area around his eye. When our skin touches, the mark on my shoulder flares with heat, and a familiar searing pain floods through me. I stagger back, yet an inexplicable bond persists and connects me to him.
Crossing the line again and again and again. Other than your desire, your audacity is boundless.
Suddenly, a force erupts, flinging me several steps away. I brace myself against the edge of a table, steadying my stance. As I lift my head, I notice thin wisp of dark mist slipping from beneath Sylus's hand, which cover his right eye. Sylus, you... Thick clouds silently shroud the sanctuary's ceiling. Half of his body sinks into the shadows, and he lowers his arm with a ragged breath. Black-red energy particles drift from the corner of his eyes, and his gaze is now completely drenched in blood red.
Did you forget what I truly am?
The oncoming black mist binds my limbs. Sylus's face is lost in the shadows, hidden from view. Something's wrong with him right now. The shackles around my neck suddenly tightens, and the pain from the depths of my soul strikes again. Are you going to devour me? No, you won't.
I won't. Have you spun so many lies that you've begun to believe them yourself? Shall I remind you? You are nothing. You are but a soul that was fed by a fiend.
No, this isn't who he really is. The mark on my shoulder grows like thorns. It tightens its grip around my body. My strength drains away. My vision blurs. With my senses slipping, all that remains is an empty husk.
So long as I desire it, I can feast at any time.
My body trashes. In the vast void of near death, the chaotic screams in my mind slowly crystallize. Eat. Eat him. Devour him. Eat him. A thin streak of golden light bursts from the mark and surges down my arm to my palm, shattering the bind that holds me. Oh my god, stop! The terrifying suffocation devours my consciousness, yet something appears in my hand and guides me to strike at Sylus. Eat or be eaten. Stop it! What? Warm liquid splashes onto my cheek. The blood-red great sword solidifies from a phantom into reality, and I thrust it into his chest. No! No! Not like this! His scarlet eyes widen in disbelief as we lock gazes, the air heavy with silence between us.
The dragon! The fiend has been slain!
The Judicator's oracle bursts into the sanctuary with a legion of Justicia, their voice frantic and uneven as they shout out.
Capture it! Capture it now!
My hand trembles. The sword dissolves, turning into light and returning to my body. The force restraining me loosens its grip. I fall onto the pristine floor of the sanctuary. No, that sword? I didn't mean to. Blood bursts from Sylus's chest, and the soldier's blades are poised right at his head. In his current condition, facing off against the Legion is a grave risk. Push open the door! Push Sylus out of the way! I grit my teeth, get up, and shove him past the white stone doors behind us. The doors slam shut. I turn and snatch up a weapon, pointing at the soldiers crowding in. You saw it yourself. The fiend couldn't best me. Anyone who steps closer will meet their end by my sword. Behind the white stone doors, blood continues to fall onto the floor. It seeps out from the cracks. The whispers of desire grow louder. The blood-red hue in Sylus's vision surges and boils. His gaze is nearly drowned in crimson. Ignoring the grievous injury from the great sword, he only knows that the curse almost came true. Oh God! He almost lost his mind and killed her. The boiling, nearly irrational urge to kill rages on, refusing to calm. The wounds on his body remain open, unhealed. He gets down on one knee, and sharp claws begin to sprout from the hand covering his right eye. An irresistible force pierces through his flesh and bones. It transforms into massive wings that spread wide from his back. The sanctuary's pristine bell tower trembles as a savage force destroys it from within. Aurora sounds from the collapsing rubble. The mad dragon spreads his wings and surges forth before crashing to the ground amidst the human screams. Wings struggle to flap. He stumbles. A vortex stirs, nearly leveling all the buildings in its path. And then, he finally flies toward the distant Taru City. She left behind the MC with all those soldiers, man! I can't believe I'm feeling sad at fucking almost 4 a.m., man. The sight of the dragon rampaging through the city and flying off toward Taru City haunts every soul that day. When I finally break free from the chaos of the Legion and rush out of the sanctuary, I only see his figure disappearing into the storm clouds. The trail of blood left along his flight path make people realize this fiend is gravely injured. Soon, every faction of the Legion and every opportunist seeking to profit from the death of a dragon heads for Taru City. I steal the armor of the dead soldier and blend into the ranks. I make my way over to the dragon as quickly as I can. I need to reach him before anyone else does, before they try to end him. Even if fate just showed me I am the only one who can truly kill him. When I arrive at Taru City, I see nothing but soaring flames. The dragon's lair on the cliff has been reduced to rubble. How could this have happened? The Legion of Justicia have set up numerous traps and ambushes along the way. I hear the shouts carried by the wind.
The fiend is wounded! He can't have gone far. Keep looking!
But where could it be? He's not in Taru City and he's definitely not in the Abyss. What other places? The brand on my neck burns with a pain from deep within my soul. It's pulling the soul fragment the dragon left inside my body. My gaze unconsciously drifts across the withered forest and lands on the obsidian spire that has partially collapsed.
Before long, the fiend will meet his destined arch-nemesis once again. Right over there.
Damn, that merchant was really a fucking prophet. His destined arch nemesis? I force a passing soldier off his mount, take his horse and race toward the Black Chapel. Yeah, that fucking foreshadowing is really real. The closer I get to the building, the more vivid the crimson blood stains along the mountain path become. The horns and shouts calling for the dragon slowly fade, leaving only the rapid hoofbeats and anxious heartbeat to fill the silence. By the time I reach the obsidian steps, the tiny stream of blood has nearly dried. Where I push open the gate of the long-abandoned chapel nestled deep within the forest, the cold moon hangs high in the night sky. The bright light filters through the shattered spire. Dazed, I see the dragon barely alive. He lies in the center of the room. Sylus! There's no reply. I run over to him and pay no attention to the legion of Justicia who have died to his claws. On the raised platform, the dragon's eyes are closed. His body is drenched in blood, the droplets dripping from the edges. Oh god. How could this be? Aren't your wounds supposed to heal fast? I try to stem the bleeding, but it's futile. His chest. This is the wound I gave him. All his wounds remain as is. They don't show any signs of healing. A sudden roar resounds as the dragon opens his eyes. A fierce gale pushes me back and slams me against a pillar. A sharp metallic taste fills my mouth. His fangs are at my neck, puncturing my skin. One more push and he'd snap my spine. Oh my god! Sylus! Sylus! You're Sylus! The mark on my shoulder boils with agony only death could deliver. I suppress my fear, lift my trembling hand, and gently place it on the dragon's eye. A soft requiem echoes within the spacious room. The roaring slowly subsides, as if something deep inside him stirs awake. The dragon begins to struggle violently. The bestial chaos in his eyes clears when the song ends. His gaze finally reflects my face. Sylus. I close my eyes and press my lips against the dragon's. A moment later, a familiar figure appears before me. His lashes flutter as he stumbles, collapsing with me onto the cold floor. Sylus? Sylus! Wake up! Don't fall asleep! Sylus! Black mist spills out from every wound in his body, as if his very life is being drained away. Our blood mixes together on the slippery, cold floor. When my blood touches his chest that's shrouded in black mist, a sharp pain pierces my mind. Eat him. He's yours. Kill him. Devour. The power. Exhilarated, my heart races. Fervent desire reverberates in my ears. Oh my god, girl! You're trying to save him, not eat him! My arm trembles as I raise it. Unable to control it, my hand is close to Sylus's heart. Yes. Use your strength. Just like that. My hand quivers uncontrollably. I grit my teeth, trying to shake off the voice in my mind. But suddenly, my wrist is caught.
Don't know where to aim.
Sylus had opened his eyes without me noticing. As he presses my wrist down, a faint, weak smirk curves his lips.
I can tell you.
The phantom of the great sword nearly forms again. It feels like waking from a trance, and I fling his hand away, breathless. Is this going to be a hopeless struggle? Have you gone mad? A smile gradually graces Silas's face. His eyes gleam like precious gemstones in the depths of darkness.
What about you? Before the mark disappears, you still have a chance to kill me.
No one's gonna die, right? He tightly grips my arm and struggles to support himself in the pool of blood. Leaning against the pillar, his tail reaches out to me.
You've got it right at my heart. So I hesitate.
Struggling to breathe, I kneel before him as I'm forced to meet his gaze. His tail moves before I can react. My heartbeat reverberates in my ears. His aura burns like flames and slowly engulfs me.
Do you remember? Only the fiends destined to arch nemesis can kill him.
Please,
Who
no.
exactly do you think that is?
An inexplicable raging inferno surges within me. Indignant, I laugh. I open my mouth and sink my teeth into his hand. I don't believe in this destined arch nemesis nonsense. Moonlight boils in his eyes. Sylus cackles. He lowers his head and bites my shoulder like a predator. There's a lot of biting going on, man. This is intense. You! Pain spreads like wildfire. Pain spreads like fire. Then Sylus extends his tongue, slowly licking the wound on my shoulder. It's as if he's claiming and soothing me.
If you want to push me away, now's the time.
There's biting and there's licking involved. Good lord. Oh, we can do this. His tongue alternates between licking and biting, sending a strange tingling sensation through my body despite the lingering pain. What the fuck? This is, both of them are injured and then they're doing this. He slowly licks over my throbbing wound. Sylus tightens his grip again and again. His eyes are filled with fervent excitement and a hunger that knows no end.
However, if you don't want to...
We want to! The mark on my shoulder that belongs to him burns. Dizzy, I lift my gaze. My strength is draining away, but I see his wounds slowly healing. Please, now is not that time. They're doing the deed. What is this? It's like, angry segs, you know. Sylus, did you already know that we would instinctively want to devour each other? Then why did you rescue me from the abyss? I wriggle under him and he intertwines his fingers with mine. Oh my good lord. My hands are ensnared.
And what about you? Why didn't you just kill me earlier?
These two are so hopelessly in love with each other. But they got fucked up by fucking fate. I freeze. In the moonlit silence, Sylus raises his hand and gently touches the area around my eyes. In the darkness, a kiss as gentle... Calm down! I'm reading that! In the darkness, a kiss as gentle as a falling flower lands above my eye. They missed the kiss again, FJ! My limbs tremble, weakened by the torrent of emotions coursing through me. I gaze into his eyes for what feels like an eternity. The murky chaos that was once impossible to read is gone. At this moment, I can finally see his eyes clearly.
The fiend will meet his destined arch nemesis again at this place. I'll admit he was correct. I told you before that I'd give you 2 more chances to kill me. Now, you only have 1.
In that instant, the turmoil in my heart settles, and I twist my hand to clasp his. He only said a half-truth. I told you before that I'm greedy. I live how I want, and I hate being controlled by others. If fate wants me to kill the fiend... A warm, soft golden light spills from my palm. I press it against the wound on Sylus's chest. Then I'll save him instead.
Save me.
You go, girl!
Are you aware of the cost? Once we hold hands now, our lives will be bound together, along with our deaths.
Oh my god.
We must offer half our soul to the other. They'll be merged to forge an unbreakable bond.
Oh my god, no wonder we still have the bond even in the current timeline! Good fucking lord.
To share your life with a fiend, it might be a punishment worse than having your soul devoured. Will you truly not regret it?
I said I live, didn't I? No matter the cost. If following our hearts is a sin, then you and I must be the last of our kind in this world. Moonlight replaces the flickering candlelight. As our hearts beat in unison, he kisses the inside of my wrist with something akin to devotion.
In that case, stay by my side until the end of time.
Oh, that is so freaking intense. In the moonlight, the dragon's tail wraps around me and draws me into his embrace. He spreads one wing to shield us from the cold wind and the sudden midnight rain. That night, I fall into a deep sleep in his warm embrace. Good lord, man, that's so freaking intense! That is so freaking intense in so many ways. We're almost done. The night fog envelopes me, and I feel like I'm trapped in a long, chaotic nightmare. When I wake up, I'm surrounded by a red valley filled with blooming datura. My arms feel heavy. I look down and see a huge horned creature. I hold it as it dies. No! Why? I don't know why I'm here. I just vaguely remember having a dragon in the pitch black chapel. I tried desperately to recall, but the last clear memory I have of the dragon ends on that blood-soaked night under the moon. What? Did Sylus fucking erase her memory? Oh god, why did you have to do that? Oh, everything afterward feels like shredded fragments, incomplete and scattered. It's like hearing half of a chord meant to be played with both hands. Like a dance that was supposed to be for two, with only one left to dance it alone. Oh. Maybe I'm imagining things, but after half of our souls are exchanged, I've been dreaming of him more and more. Sometimes even while awake. When I'm alone, I always see him by my side. Those visions, I can't tell if they really happen, if they're just my own fantasies, or if they're his. Or maybe I'm seeing the other half of his soul that's within me. Please be okay.
Why are you so worried? I just want to rest. I won't die.
In your current state, you might not wake up at all.
That song you played.
No!
It'd be nice if I could hear it again.
That was not supposed to be for you. The Black Chapel is like an illusion steeped in darkness. I can't remember if I finished playing that piece. But it's a requiem, a song meant for the departed. Sometimes, I think we never truly left the chapel after that night. I live there with the dragon. We keep each other company. And we live peaceful life away from everyone. On days when we tended to our wounds, we'd go hunting in the forest or disguise ourselves to shop at the market. Little by little, the chapel became filled with traces of us. On the pew, there'd be the salve I mixed for his wounds the night before. By the stained glass, the sheath he made for my sword hangs proudly. Slowly. It feels like we've truly made a home here together. They're treasuring their last moments together, man. Hang this one a little higher and be careful with this. Don't let your horns get caught on. Hey! I feel my body become weightless. Sylus had encircled his arms around my waist and lifted me. He puts me on his shoulder. Give me back my feelings. I know, right? We're fucking crying at 4 a.m. My view rises in a flash, and I widen my eyes, looking down to meet his gaze.
What? Didn't you say it should be hung higher?
His eyes gleam with amusement. I can't help but smile too. We're more in sync than I thought. When I raise my hand, he moves smoothly, keeping one arm steady around my waist. He doesn't falter. I hang up each decoration from the pile on the pew, one after another. As I reach inside my bag again, my fingers brush against the only item that's left. Here's the last one, but this one's different. I tilt my head and raise my chin towards Sylus. Close your eyes. He looks up. He is slightly confused but doesn't question me. Instead, he obediently closes his eyes. Sunlight caresses his hair and makes it look soft and fluffy. Smiling, I carefully place the flower crown I prepared on his head. I wasn't expecting much, but it suits you well. Sylus opens his eyes. Hesitant, he raises his hand to touch the upturned petals and gently adjusts them.
So you stayed up late these past few nights to make this?
You didn't sleep either? He chuckles without responding, reaching up to pluck a tiny petal that's gotten caught in my hair.
Do you like flowers?
Yes, I guess. But there aren't a lot in Taro City. I had to scour the entire woods to get this much.
The forest barely has any flowers.
What do you mean?
Hold on tight.
Before I can finish, Sylus wraps his arms around my my waist and lifts me. The air rushes past us. He lets out a hearty laugh as he spreads his wings.
Since you gave me a gift, I should respond in kind.
Oh!
Watch your step, oh great sorceress. We've arrived.
I thought there wouldn't be a place like this in Taro City.
What did you think Taurus City was like?
Bend down. The city is similar to its ruler.
Well, you should have
Nothing but desire and blood.
developed a new impression by now. Just because you haven't seen the other sides of it doesn't mean they don't exist.
Get a closer look. Then I need to take a closer look. What else haven't I seen?
Have your fill? Seen enough?
Oh my good lord.
Wouldn't you say this angle is better?
Yes. Too bad. I can't see it all, however. Hold on. Allow. It needs access to my microphone. Man. Blow time indeed. It can't hear me. Oh no, what is happening? I skipped.
You're quite daring.
I can even be bolder. Oh. Flowers suit you better than Taurus City.
That's the first time someone said those words to me.
Yeah, they keep touching the horns and decorating it, and even touching the tail.
Only you and this flower can touch me here.
Oh my god! Isn't that where we found the brooch? Oh my good lord. Oh my good lord. They're rolling on a flower field.
You know, Tara City can have flowers bloom everywhere, as far as the eye can see. But only for one person.
Oh, they kiss! But why did you have to cover it? We're not kids. Well, I guess that leaves us to our own imaginations. On the other side of that nightmare, the dragon never took me to the valley where flowers bloomed. On the night we exchanged souls, the sacred judicator himself led the entire legion of Justitia to surround the Black Chapel. They spared no effort trying to capture the severely injured dragon. The mark the dragon left on my shoulder served as undeniable proof of my being a sorceress. Bro, is she going to get killed also? The news of the fiend's death spreads throughout the land. On that day, I'm taken back to the Ivory City, under the accusation of being a sorceress. They imprisoned me in the courtyard behind the ruined sanctuary. Now I can only wait to be sent to the court of Justicia. The sanctuary is cold and bleak. The cat, which has never managed to climb over the courtyard walls, has put on 10 pounds. It seems to have grown accustomed to life behind these walls, bound by invisible threads. Only I know my dragon is still alive. He flies across the abyss to find me on every moonlit night. This is a secret that only I can see. So Sylus is still alive? Under the moonlit sky, Sylus sits on the weathered platform between two statues. As the sound of crunching grass reaches his ear, he turns his head.
You're awake? Or were you struggling to fall asleep?
Was that a nightmare? Chains drag through the overgrown grass as I walk toward him. Reaching out my hand, he gently pulls me up and holds me in his arms. Oh, she's still imprisoned in her city. Yeah. She's in chains. She must be seeing Sylus because their souls are connected. This might not be even the real Sylus.
I've been feeling restless. I suspect it's because half of someone's soul is being noisy in my body again.
That's a good thing. Sylus quickly brings his leg together and blocks my movement.
Don't move.
He carefully dries my dew-soaked hair with his silk handkerchief. His voice has taken on a more solemn tone, as if he's grappling with a matter of great significance. I stay nestled in his arms. When I lower my head, I see his curled up tail. The dragon's tail coils around my ankle. Even the deepest wound on its tip has almost completely healed. I feel asleep while waiting for you this past few nights. Why didn't you wake me up? As the silk handkerchief absorbs the moisture at the ends of my hair, Sylus allows me to turn my head. A gentle smile graces his lips.
Someone was dreaming and continued to say my name.
Hey! I lift his chin and scrutinize him. While I relax, graze, the corners of Sylus's mouth curl up. He nuzzles my fingers. I wonder why if this is real, then why can't he save her?
Did you actually dream of me?
What if this is still a dream? Have you never dreamed of me? He doesn't speak. He just looks at me.
Before I was sealed away, I did dream of you. I just didn't expect I'd be willing to dry that person's hair one day.
And you also happen to be enjoying it. So, what did I do in your dream exactly? Did I point a sword at you? What is this? Is this the dream or the one we read earlier was the dream? The candlelight flickers alongside something else in Sylus's gaze.
What about you? What did I do in your dream?
We rolled on a what's this? We rolled on a flower field. The boy from my dream appears before me again. Under the moonlight, the horns and tails of the fiend reflects a dim glow. I meet his gaze. And went frisky. Yes, we went frisky. That's right. Numerous words bubble up within me, yet They become entangled on the tip of my tongue. On this dimly lit night, I hold him close and pour all my strength into hugging him. Since you've taken half of my soul, even if the world turns its back on you, I'll always stand by your side. You're not even allowed to think about leaving me. My heartbeat resounds like a drum in my ears as Silas lowers his head. He rests his chin on my shoulder.
All right.
The candlelight washes the moon's glow in a warm hue. I lay my head on his arm and entwine my fingers with his, reaching out to grasp the light together. Let's make a pinky promise to never betray each other.
Our souls are bound. We will never betray each other, even if doomsday arrives outside this sanctuary, even if the world crumbles.
This promise can't be broken.
This promise will never be broken.
Is that real or is that is that a dream? I don't know. If it's real, why is she still chained? On that dew-drenched midsummer night, time seemed to freeze in place. Every thought of the future remained sweet and light. After giving up half of my soul, the greatsword never appeared again. Perhaps I lost my power to wield it, no longer able to slay the dragon. Wait. Is this also the reason why in the current timeline she doesn't seem to wield or what is this? She cannot I forgot the term where you use powers together with Sylus. Does this mean the dragon's curse has been broken? All I can do is look toward Taro's city. Or the souls talking to each other. It seems like it. And from the description of the first sentence here, it seems like it really is just a dream. Ah, yeah, the sinking with evils. Yeah. That one. And according to the first sentence, right? On the dew-drenched midsummer night, time seems to freeze in place. So it must have happened in their minds with their souls talking, which is really sad, man. Ah, wait, I didn't see that. But as time goes on, the half of the dragon's soul within me burns more fiercely, a fervent desire like his searing my mind. But as time goes on, the half of the dragon's soul... Oh wait, we read that. With the ever-changing days and nights, I start to forget who I am. Oh no. Sometimes I'm the dragon hiding alone in the black chapel. Other times, I'm a human awaiting judgment in the sanctuary's courtyard. When I came to my senses one time, I found myself sinking my teeth into the neck of a soldier who was guarding me. What? The courtyard grows quieter by the day, perhaps because there are fewer people left in the Ivory City. The planet is in rapid decline. Before leaving, the last soldier tells me that the dragon has broken free from their restraints. He's gone completely mad and has nearly destroyed every city. The end of the world will be upon us. Soon, the ruined planet will only have the rampaging dragon left. I haven't seen Sylus until the doomsday judgment arrives. They take me to the highest court of Justicia on Philos. Oh god. They still have a court even though the planet's already dying. They just wanted to point fingers at this point, which is, quite useless. Under the swirling red clouds, several arbiter wings symbolizing divine retribution stay silent as they circle above. Amidst the ranks of the Legion of Justicia, the sacred judicator, wearing the magnificent robes, stands on the looming platform like a lifeless statue. An ancient voice reverberates across the planet, enumerating the crimes the dragon and I have wrought upon the world. The reason why this grand execution is being held in the first place. It's pointless! Your planet is dying. Do you think you could solve this by killing one person? I think it might just even get worse.
First crime. Worshipping evil and desire. Showing no repentance. Letting your heart fall to corruption. Second crime. Consorting with the fiend and bearing its mark. Tainting your very body with corruption.
Yeah, these people are a bunch of hypocrites. Well, basically, those are the governments. They're always hypocrites. They make rules that is convenient for them, not for the people.
Third crime. Plundering wealth and embracing insatiable greed. Actions steeped in corruption.
Chains bind me at the center. Beyond the rattling of chains as I struggle, I hear nothing. Blood surged into my head. A restless fury rise in me, dragon-like in fears.
You are guilty on all 15 counts, sorceress. You shall be executed as a result, and it will be done immediately.
With a shrill cry from the arbiter wings, a bolt of lightning strikes my soul. What the fuck? Struggling to keep me upright. My knees buckle under the weight. But before I can stand again, another bolt of lightning rips through my mind and tears apart my senses. Bro, stop this! With my face pressed against the cold floor, I recall the image of the dragon plummeting into the valley, his chest pierced by a sword. Sylus. I remember the dragon who likes that requiem, but I've never sung it to him in full. This is the first and the last time. It's like I'm back in Tower City at night as I sit atop the dragon's lair. He sits beside me and says, "Sing it again." Tiny notes squeeze their way out of my chest. They gradually forge the fragments of an unfinished melody. Stop this. This is so fucking painful. If you can't hear this now, someone might never sing for you ever again. Soul-piercing lightning repeatedly interrupts my song, but I kept singing, unaware that all other sounds have faded away. Stop this! The entire court of Justicia falls into complete silence. Only the sorrowful requiem echoes through its halls. As the final notes fade into the earth, there is a long silence. And then, as if to respond in kind, a deep resounding roar emerges from behind the crimson clouds. Is that a dragon?
It's dragon. The dragon is here. The true Deepspace judgment has begun.
No!
Get her. Get the bait.
No! They just use her as a fucking bait, man! This is so cruel. They deserve death. The floor rumbles as the 18 towering statues surrounding the court pivot, revealing their spearheads. The Legion of Justicia surged from all directions like a tide, the cold gleam of their blades pointing at the dragon. Only upon hearing the Sacred Judicator's command do I realize my judgment was actually a trap for the dragon. The flames tremble on the ground. Stone feathers launched by the Arbiter wings pierce through the dragon's wings, while electrified arrows from the Legion lodge themselves in his scales. The wings are nearly shredded, but no amount of damage can stop a dragon in a frenzy. It's as if he feels no pain. In the end, I am the only one left standing on this vast platform of the Court of Justicia. Through the clouds, the dragon, battered and broken, dives toward me. His eyes filled with nothing but the wild chaos of a beast. I know, he's just a dragon now. He doesn't recognize me anymore. Closing my eyes, I recall that long, drawn-out story about a dragon that I watched in a dim tavern. A man called Sylus was next to me. And in the end, the dragon plunged his bloodied claws into his lover's chest.
Yet a monster can never truly become a human. He cannot escape his fate as a dragon. Nor can he love anyone for long. At the end of the story, he killed his beloved. This is the dragon's curse.
Yes, it is the end of another story. Facing the wind, I spread my arms. I want to embrace my dragon one last time. But I don't feel an embrace, nor the touch of death. Just before the dragon's strike lands, I feel a hand seize my wrist. He presses my hand against his chest. No! I feel the resonance between two souls. Sylus? In the split second before the dragon's death blow, under the pull of our resonating souls, the blood-red great sword appears in my grasp. Why? My heart let out a silent scream, yet the sword still pierces the dragon's chest. It looked as if I were the only one who plunged it in. No, pain! Why? What have I done? No! There's so much blood.
You must press on. Because if you don't, there's no going back.
Sylus, no! Isn't that the what was that? The back. When we were reading through the main chapter of Sylus, I think we saw that already, right? Holy fuck, man. If I fall, fate itself will plunge us into the abyss as it was written. I won't be able to go back. Ah! The dragon grips my hand tightly and uses all his strength to push the sword further into his own chest. No! It's as if an unyielding life is mocking the curse and making a final stand against fate. Fate can go fuck itself. I hold onto the dragon's neck as we plummet through the clouds together. With the last bit of his strength, the dragon carries me away from the Court of Justicia. We fly over the black obsidian chapel and crash into a valley filled with blooming datura. His body lies quietly among the flowers. In his garnet-like eyes is my reflection. Look at me. You're not allowed to close your eyes. My tears fall onto him as I lower my head. I allow him to place a kiss on my forehead. The dark red glow in his eyes dims. Obsidian-like crystals crawl over the dragon's scales, slowly covering his entire body. My dragon is gone. As his body disintegrates, shards of crystal begin to peel away. The wind blows through the valley, lifting those fragments like black petals wrapping around me. At that moment, it feels as if the dragon's soul is passing through my body. His life, everything about him, appears before me. Deep within a cave, the boy grew up with dragon tightly grips the dagger. He presses the gleaming blade against the base of his tender horn. He clenches his teeth. Blood flows down a moment later and passes his right eye that's filled with rage. It's not long before they're discovered. All the dragons are killed in the valley except for him. He's taken away as a human. But when people saw the horns growing on his head, blades once sheathed were thrust into his chest. He rolls into the rubble at the bottom of the valley. His blood boils. He doesn't know how, but he manages to stand. His legs tremble. When he comes to his senses, everyone who hurt him is already lying in the pool of blood. Black-red mist drifts from their bodies. It travels along the dragon's horns to his tail before entering the wound in the young man's chest. His hunched back splits open. From two bloody streaks, two dragon wings struggle to release themselves. They shatter stones as they suddenly unfold. The curse he once despised has become his strength. He doesn't hesitate this time. He flies into the depths of the valley. The dragon bone, cradled in my arms, dissolves into petals, drifting past me. Everywhere they touch, the bright red datura flowers turn black. I smell a floral fragrance. Is this the scent of his soul that carries a faint scorching bitterness? Sylus, my beloved was born into apocalyptic terror. People cursed his existence, fabricated his sins, and celebrated his death. Only one person ever gazed into his jewel-like eyes, embraced his burning soul, and sang to him in the night wind. He had already etched the traces of his existence deep into my life. Yet his retaliation against fate pierces my chest like a sword. Sylus, I curse your soul. He says the best way to punish someone is to let them live forever. I curse your soul to never fade away. You'll always be tied to me forever. I pinch the last black petal as if grasping the final piece of his soul. This is my curse. Only I can grant you a true death. From the depths of the valley, a faint dragon's roar echoes. The petal flutters, drifting far on the wind, like a dragon returning to the clouds above. I feel something sprouting from my head like tender branches. Sharp pain pierces my spine as a dragon's tail replaces my tailbone. She turned into a fucking dragon! I walk into the valley that once embraced him. It is only after my dragon has gone that I finally become one with him. Emotional damage! Oh, thank you for the rain. Wait, you got emotional. You got SF. What a wow, what a thank you for the raid. Oh, what a coincidence. Yeah, welcome to our River of Tears. I know, right? Thank you for the raid once again.
Oya, a new follower.
Thank you for the follow. What a ride is this? Why does it have to be so heart-wrenching, man? Wait, why did I ban you? I'm sorry. No. I was supposed to follow you. I'm sorry about it. You're back. You're back. Yeah, nice cry at 4 a.m. I know, right? I couldn't even see the ban button. I'm sorry about it. I was crying my eyes out. Anyway, thank you for the follow and the raid. I appreciate it.